Hi, Capricorn. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my singles. Today, we're going to be asking Spirit about a next relationship, new relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends, partners, future spouses. I have some letters and numbers I'm going to be sharing with you. I also pulled out my clarifying charms, so we'll be doing some of those. We'll be getting some evidence, any feelings that I have about this next connection. So stay with me. Welcome, everybody. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a handful of letters and numbers. Now, these could be someone in your life just as a confirmation to a connection you're in, or if you truly are looking for love, you can use this reading as a manifestation for new love coming, and this could be letters of initials or numbers, dates for someone coming into your life. So I have the letter M, so we'll do M. I have the number 2, could be February. I have the letter C, W. I have an N. I have an I. I have a second letter, number C, second letter C. I have the number 8, could be August, 8th of the month. Could even be 28 years old, something like that. I have the letter L. I have a J. I have an O, 2 O's jumping out, 2 O's that want to be on this table. I have the letter V, L-I-V, the letter D, a letter R, and a letter G. So we're just going to leave these on the table while we do the readings. I have lots of cards, lots of messages, some love messages, some clues. So I'm going to move this over here just to give me some space. Okay, so there we go. So let's see what Spirit has for my Capricorns. Let's see, Spirit, please share with me any messages of guidance that you have for anyone who has found this message today. I have sexuality. Okay, so maybe I feel very sensual with this person. Maybe I open myself up physically with this person. I feel very connected, very intimate with this person. That would be lovely. I have chivalry. Okay, so this kind of, I don't know, flowers and romance happening. And then I have manifestations. Look at you with all of your chakras in alignment. I've been manifesting this. I've been waiting for this. You know, it does work. Keep asking Spirit for what it is that you want. You know, and these readings help. You know, these readings are a tool for you to manifest. I mean, they're what we think about, we attract. So you can use any of these readings to just attract the love that you want into your life. So I love the sense of this charm. I love the charm coming in. I love this sense of somebody, a little bit of a sweeping off your feet feeling. Let's see what the cards are saying today. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Wands. 8 of Wands. And I have a 2 of Pentacles. Now, that came into me as, I do feel like this person comes into my life very quickly. I will say that. Maybe you're a little caught off guard with them. I feel like we're very attracted to each other physically. We may go back and forth with them a little bit with that 2 of Pentacles. I may be kind of weighing, you know, the pros and cons about this connection. But I do feel like I feel lucky for sure that this person's come into my life. I feel like I don't want to say no to someone that Spirit put in front of me, even if I wasn't expecting it, or even if the timing wasn't perfect, or even if they're not somebody that I thought I would end up with. There's a little bit of that going on also. I don't know. The Queen of Wands is coming into me right now as I believe in myself, and I believe in fate. I believe in destiny. And I do believe that people are put on my path. So I'm going to give you a lot of credit, Capricorn, because I feel like you are smart enough to identify when something different or someone different is put in your life for a reason. And I think you're smart enough to say, I don't want to second guess this. And I really want to put this in, God's hands, so to speak. I really want to trust that this is what the universe has for me. So even though I'm going back and forth, like I'm not sure, I don't know, I think that you override that with, for once in my life, I'm going to really trust that spirit knows better than I do. Okay, that spirit has my best intentions, something like that. So I think maybe it's taken you a little while to get to that place in your life where you want to not try to control who's put in your path, but you want to be open to receiving. You want to be open to who's put in front of you, something along those lines. Let's see what they're saying. I have at work. Okay. I don't know if you're dating somebody at work, but maybe somebody that is connected to your work. Okay. Maybe you guys have synergistic connections, like we are in the similar field of work. Maybe we started chatting because of our work. Maybe we have similar backgrounds in education or something like that. But there could be some connection there. I have a traveler and in springtime. Okay, so this person likes to travel. I have this kind of falling in love springtime energy. I have a cruise. Maybe that's the first trip we go on, or our honeymoon. That came into me as a honeymoon, a honeymoon cruise. I'll take it. Somewhere that has blue-green water, like the Caribbean or somewhere gorgeous. Let's see what else they say. An exotic island. This person wants to take you away. There was this sense of swept off my feet. I will say that a little bit of I feel like this person is just like a dream, like a dream person to me. A little bit of sweeping off your feet. I love that. We like to do things outside. Okay, so they like to be outside. They like to go for nature walks. They like to be outside. I have college life and work. So maybe you guys have a very similar background. You might have similar college degrees, or maybe you went to school for the same thing, same kind of field of study, but maybe different types of degrees, something like that. But there's definitely some synergy there around your work. You both work is how I feel. I have a cup of coffee. They enjoy a cup of coffee. They like to go to the gym. Okay, they go to the gym. It's nice. And they could be a Pisces. They could be an Aquarius. Children, they could have children. You could have children. They could be a single parent. You could be a single parent, male or female. Okay, either one of you. Maybe we have combined children, a combined household. Synchronicity. I do feel that. I feel like you guys connect right out of the gate. I'm going to say it that way. I feel like, I don't know, Spirit put this person in your path. You were smart enough to say, I'm going to trust Spirit, that there's no coincidences. I have a musician or creative or a rose. There is this feeling of they sweep you off your feet. Now that came into me as a concert of some kind, that maybe one of the first things that we do is we go to somewhere that has like a live performer, live singers, something like that. Maybe it's a bar that has a live performer. There's a singer in the background. Maybe that's one of our first experiences. Or, they could have just a great sense of music or be talented musically themselves. But it did come into me more as I want to take you out, and where we're going, it's actually a combination of like a live performance is how it came into me. All right, whether it's a concert or some kind of restaurant bar that has a performer in the background that we're sitting and watching, something along those lines. Progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. Okay, so maybe we've been waiting patiently for this person. Don't compare yourself to your friends or friends that are in other relationships. You know, you're on your own path. You have your own destiny. You're your own story. So you can't compare yourself to anybody. I have a ruby. Okay, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. If you feel like you're still trying to heal your heart while you're waiting, ask for help, talk to your friends. I have gold, divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So if you're manifesting somebody new to come into your life, absolutely, Spirit is trying to bring somebody into your life. So you might not be where you want to be. It doesn't mean that it's not happening, and it just means that it hasn't happened yet. So that's all I want you to focus on there. Spirit, please share with me. What about my connection? Where are we headed? What do you have for me? I've got a 5 of Swords. I have a 6 of Wands. I have a King of Swords. And I have a Queen of Swords. Now, I actually love this sense of, I think you guys are both, like I said, you're very synergistic. You have very similar backgrounds, a lot in common. You probably can talk about anything. But what's the most important thing is that you both have been, this isn't your first rodeo. You're not your first relationship. You're not little kids. And you're very open and honest and truthful with each other. Like, you enter into this relationship with, this is what I'm looking for out of a relationship. Okay. I want honesty. I want fairness. I want to be in a committed relationship. I'm looking for something that isn't committed. You know, whatever it is that you want, you're being very, very open and honest with each other. And I think you are both equally fair. All right. Maybe there's some old wounds, you know, on either side, and you've both have pulled yourselves up and out of something. And you're both willing to kind of step to the plate and try again. But in order to do that, it's this feeling of, the next relationship I'm in, I'm going to just be like right up front with that person. I'm going to just, you know, be completely open, and I'm not going to hold back, because what I did in the past didn't really work. And I learned from that. And now I just want to have the strength and the courage to move forward. You know, like, I'm very open to a successful relationship, you know, knowing that it takes great communication, knowing that I need to be really honest with myself. Okay. So in Spirit saying bottom of the deck, I have new feelings. This is a new relationship. This is not a past relationship coming back. This is somebody that is coming new into your life. Okay. So it is new feelings. It is, I want to be open with you and honest with you that I actually have feelings for you. I mean, what a refreshing, you know, like, I feel like saying, thank you, God. You know, thank you, God, that this person is open to, you know, just being like upfront right from the beginning. Like, they're not interested in games. In fact, they may say that right out of the gate. Like, you start playing mind games with me, or anybody starts playing mind games with me, I'm out of here. Like, they're just not going there. So this person's very self-confident, knows what they want, and I'm going to say very emotionally available, totally aware of what it's going to take to be in a relationship. So it's very much a, I don't know. I would like to think everybody does that, but we know the truth. Not everybody enters into a relationship with that kind of energy. So I think that it's a blessing. It's a blessing that this person is so open after a big change. Yeah, whatever they went through, you know, somebody, look at this. It's like somebody literally stabbed somebody in the back. You know, I got hurt in my past relationship. There were things between us that we didn't talk about, or we weren't open and honest with each other. And I wish we could have been, you know, so we learn from our past, you know, and then we move on, you know, so after some kind of change, on a special occasion, could be on and around a holiday that you meet this person. Springtime tulips coming in. I have February. Okay, we're still in February. That could be important. I did have the number 2. Could be a birth date month for somebody also. within the next 3 to 4 months. So maybe we're going to be meeting. 3 to 4 months brings me into springtime too, for where I'm living, anyways. So that's nice. And time to work. There is definitely something connecting you to your work. All right. There either you guys have very similar connections, very similar career paths, maybe similar goals. Maybe you both work all the time. Maybe you both love your careers. Maybe you found each other or met each other through work. Hopefully, you're not, colleagues, because I don't want you to get in trouble. But sometimes you meet through work and you're once removed. You don't work for the same companies, something like that. And a time surprise. I like this. I mean, you know, everything happens in divine timing, right? So here it is, a time surprise in 3 to 4 months. I mean, I'll take that. That's not that far away. I also, these are like blooming, like cherry blossoms. There's definitely some feeling around spring flowers. All right. There's some, look for spring flowers. Spring is in the air, spring blooming, new love in the spring. It could be as simple as that. Let's I'm going to grab some clues. Okay, let's get some clues. I have these clarifying charms with me today. These are just little images, and I'm just going to read them intuitively for you today. So I'm just going to get a handful of them, see what other clues they have. They're kind of fun, and I never know how they're going to come into me. There's the cup of coffee again. Okay, they love coffee. Maybe they're very specific about their coffee. They want their coffee black. They want an espresso. It has to be a Starbucks. Like maybe they're very, very specific about the type of coffee. Maybe it's a big debate. Is it, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, right? They want to put down roots. They want to put down an anchor. They want to settle into a relationship. I like this, because that tells me they're pretty stable. It tells me that they're really looking for something real, which is what I felt a moment ago. I have the number 8. We had the number 8 on the table also. So that could be important also. That could be August or the 8th of the month or even 8 days from now. I'm going to turn this over. It's just a matter of time. Spirit's saying be patient, which I know is very difficult. I also have the number 39 jumping out at me on that particular clue. I have a pencil, but that is coming into me as precise, the word precise. So maybe this person is very meticulous. Okay. Maybe they cross all their T's, dot all their I's. Their paperwork is always meticulous with things that they do, like paying their bills or balancing their credit card bills or their bank statements. Like, it came into me as literally the word precise. Okay. They could be connected to something along those lines that would be require precision as a career, like accounting or financial management or some kind of computer sciences, that everything has to be very, very accurate. So that's a great clue. And then I have this umbrella. We had that cruise ship earlier with, I have an umbrella and I have like little baby drinks on this table with this umbrella, like on a patio or on a vacation with like, all I can think of is like pina coladas with those, fruity drinks with like umbrellas coming out of them, so maybe we do go on a vacation and we're drinking kind of those, those awesome drinks that people have when they're away on an exotic vacation. What I want you to do, Capricorn, is I want you to think of anything that I've set up until now. And I want you to create a yes or no question in your mind, or I want you to ask Spirit a question. Okay. So take a moment, think about your question, and we're going to pull 3 cards just to answer that question. So hopefully you have your question in your mind's eye, and let's get an answer on those. Spirit, what is the answer to our personal question? Let's see what they have. These are great. Be assertive. Okay, they don't want you to be, I guess when I had said earlier where I felt that you were smart enough to identify when somebody was put in front of you that it was it wasn't just a coincidence. I think like your intuition kicks in, or that gut feeling that you had, like this is just too good to be true, this person being put in front of me. So maybe there was a sense of being assertive, like I'm not going to let this person get away. I'm going to be very responsive to this person, or I'm going to put myself in a situation where I see this person again, so maybe spirit's asking you to, and I'm not saying chase somebody, I'm just saying don't let them get away. Like be very much aware of something like that. I have in a year from now, not that you're going to meet this person in a year from now, but what are your goals in a year from now? Maybe spirit is asking you. And then I have one more. I have people are helping you. It could be friends. Maybe you have a mutual friend together, or there's some kind of connection between you guys that even help, like a matchmaker feeling, like help introduce you, or a friend of a friend, but something along those lines. So those are always fun. Those are always great cards. Let's see what their feelings are. Let's see where this connection is headed. What do you have for our future partner, our future spouse, our new boyfriend, new girlfriend? What do you have for us? Let's see. I have hold on. I love that. Take my hand. Maybe they're very affectionate. I did feel that earlier with that chivalry card, where it was like feeling like you're being swept off your feet. So maybe they are very romantic. They just grab your hand and you're like, oh, that just feels so good. Even walking across a parking lot, they don't even hesitate. They just grab your hand and they just want to hold your hand. That's awesome. I have seduction. I did feel that with that sexuality card earlier. So very physical connection, and I'm in love with this person. I'm falling in love with this person. That's beautiful. Difference between love and I feel fireworks with this person. Yeah, I like that also. So I feel great chemistry. I feel sexy when I'm with this person. Maybe this person really turns me on. Maybe they are letting me know that I turn them on. Something like that. Let's see. Let's see what their feelings are. I feel we are fated to be together. I love that, right? I think that you're very much aware that this is a different connection. When they cross your path, I feel like you, based on past relationships, I'm going to say it that way, you feel different this time. You feel different. You feel like this is just bigger than you, or you've never had this kind of, I don't know, somebody that takes your breath away. I want to see you right now. I like that. It's this little bit of this, maybe the fireworks are crazy, maybe it's like shooting stars, maybe from the moment that you guys met, it's just they're texting you, they're calling you. I want to see you again. When can I see you again? I can't get enough of you. I can't believe how I feel. I mean, maybe it's just really awesome. And it does happen that way. There's those pessimistic people out there that say, oh, not everything's great chemistry. But let me tell you, when you have great chemistry, you do feel like you see fireworks. You do see like, somebody kisses you and you literally see stars, So I believe it, and I want you to believe it. I want to speak my truth to you. Remember the Queen and the King of Swords? Definitely. This person is going to be so honest and so open and so truthful. It's going to be refreshing. It's going to be like, I'm so grateful somebody has finally been put in my life that I can trust, Spirit just said. So that is gorgeous. Please don't ever give up on us, babe. Okay, so we are going to fight for this connection. We're going to stay together, something like that. You are my sunshine, baby. Maybe that's your nickname. I don't know. Babe, baby. Maybe that there's a nickname going on there too. I'm so stressed out. 5 of Swords. I did feel that sense of maybe we had to walk away from something in order to walk towards this. Maybe they're just trying to get something out of their system still, or some kind of past connection that they still, want to get out of their system. I'm not going anywhere. This person was somebody that was ready for a relationship. Okay. They don't want to play games. They didn't want to pretend. And they're totally into you. They're totally into you. That's the sparks are flying, the fireworks are flying. So I think this is a great connection. I think this is going to be great energy. I think you're going to really enjoy this person. I think this person's going to be they just said there for you and you being there for them. It's mutual. Let's say it that way. So I'm going to put this out to the universe and I'm going to ask Spirit to bring this to you soon. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com.